Welcome to my top 10 for DLC. Okay, this bring this up. So I just thought I'd come out with a different video. Let's bring out just the arcade, just because, just on the screen. So this is gonna be on here. Um, I just been playing this game through the very hard difficulty. It's been so hard to find players, stuff like that. But just a couple more characters to try out that I haven't. Two more, to be exact. And then the DLC. So now we got Garfield that's been announced yesterday. So we're just going to talk about it today. Just so you guys can see the roster on the screen. Is still the music playing in the background. And I wish that these characters could talk, and then instead of just arcade being limited to this, it's not much to really unlock because everything is unlocked on the screen itself with characters. But I made a top 10 most wanted DLC characters from my top 10, my personal list, and this was really difficult to create because there's so many characters that can go beyond 10, and I just wanted to get at least 10 characters that I like enough to add into the list. And if you guys have a top 10, maybe you have a top 15, 20, 30, it doesn't matter how many characters that you have. If you can list them in the comments, and I want to see some of the characters that you guys want to see in this game for Nickelodeon. And it doesn't mean, just because it's not Nickelodeon, doesn't mean it probably won't happen. But sometimes now that we have another game in existence that's real, that's come to fruition from multiverses, some of these characters might end up in that game. And some of you guys wish list or characters or top 10 characters that you want to see next. Because we're getting Garfield on basically tomorrow. Same day as the Game Awards. That's free. So I wonder if all the characters will be free. But let's start, and it's not in any sort of particular order, so I just have different characters in the list. And it's just a couple ideas and some stages that can be associated with these characters that I know enough about and watched enough of the show to figure out a particular location that's ideal for these stages. Let's put somebody on the screen for his little alternate. I like these alternate costumes. I hope they get more, by the way. But let's start with Timmy Turner. And I wouldn't, if I'm a developer, I wouldn't release him alone. I'm not trying to make this too long, but I would start with Timmy Turner because he's a Nickelodeon original, and many others I'm going to get into as well in my list. Timmy Turner, I wouldn't release him by himself. I would have him play like the Pokemon training. Some of you guys were mentioning that yesterday, but with just different characters. But for my idea, so I'm putting him first. Timmy Turner, I will release him with Cosmo and Wanda. See what I'm saying? So when you bring him out, I'm gonna have him play as the Pokemon trainer, so you can switch between Cosmo and Wanda to grant Timmy certain wishes to benefit him in a battle. So maybe, let's say, Wanda could have a little bit more defensive sort of spells and wishes, defensive wishes, and then Cosmo can have like offensive wishes to maybe help Timmy out in the fight and benefit him in different ways. And you could switch and grant a different wish, certain wishes that he can chant or just wish for to give him an advantage, or maybe certain buffs. I'll say that's the word I'm looking for in the fight. Give him some certain buffs and different advantages in the fight to help him out, and they can release them all into one. See, so I can't even think of any sort of other moves that Timmy Turner would probably have, but Cosmo and Wanda are going to be beneficial to him because they're going to be granting his any wish that he desires. So that's just a little idea for a little first character. And then if I'm gonna bring a stage out, see how they brought a stage with Garfield yesterday. I'm gonna go to the Dimmadome, the Dimsdale Dimmadome. They can bring that out with this little potential stage, or just the city of Dimsdale or something like that. See how they did it with Hey Arnold with Helga for that stage, for that particular city. They could do that for Dimsdale or something like that. Just a little idea. But my next character, I'm gonna go with of course Jimmy Neutron, Jimmy and Timmy. Jimmy Neutron, they can bring out, and with Cindy Vortex, that's another character that's in my list. Cindy Vortex or Jimmy Neutron. Cindy is a fighter in the show. And if they come out with as I say, with Simi, but if they come out with a Jimmy or Cindy Vortex, they can release the stage of Retroville, the city of Retroville for a stage, a potential stage to be associated with Jimmy Neutron, Cindy Vortex, or somebody. And some people want Hugh Neutron, his dad, from the show. That would work too. But I put Cindy and Jimmy in my list, so that's 3 different characters for any possibilities. Maybe Jimmy and Goddard together, if they do. But Jimmy can have all types of adventures that he can bring out and spawn, bring out rockets, homing rockets, almost similar to like Samus, but he can just deploy them. Almost maybe Jimmy Neutron can play like Snake a little bit, having different gadgets and devices that he can bring out for some offensive moves. Mr. Crocker, I put in as well in my list. He can give out F's, F, 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 and then one of his emotes, Fairly Got Parents! The Fairly Got Parents! Or something like that from the TV show. That could be something that I would like to see. And he could just have those type of different moves and slap you with pages that has F's on them. See? So that'd be cool because he always keeps on saying that. He gives everybody's F's in the TV show from Fairly Odd Parents. That's just some kind of idea. It would be cool to see that. But I wish he could talk. See? He'd be able to say that. Fairly Odd Parents! But those are just a couple characters. So we're gonna go to El Tigre. I don't know if you guys seen that before, but I put him in my top 10. And I'm not too sure what kind of stage he'll have, but I'm sure he could have those different skins with his outfit and use his claws. Maybe he could play a little bit like I was gonna say Wolverine or Mennonite or something like that, just being super fast with quick claw strikes and stuff like that to combo with his moves. El Tigre, I would like to see him. And has anybody out there seen Chalkzone with Rudy Tabootie? Chalkzone, the intro. They can put Snap if they want to, if they don't get Rudy. Rudy Tabootie is the chosen. He has who has the chalk? Remember that song? Who's got the chalk? Rudy Tabootie, I put him in my top 10 as well. So they could put a chalk world, one of those worlds, just any world from Chalkzone. Just any sort of world that they go into. Because it's so different from the human world or the normal world. They could put that as a little map. Have him just draw different things with his chalk for moves, for offensive attacks. That'll be dope. For Rudy Tabootie for Chalkzone. Somebody from that show. So that's another character. Next we're gonna go SJ9 or Jenny Wakeman from My Life as a Teenage Robot. Some people said she's been confirmed. I don't know if it's true. Maybe she's gonna be added into the game in the future. She might even be the next DLC. Just going through it. Or they can get Vexus, one of the nemesis or one of her enemies, or one of the villains or antagonists in the show. But I just put Jenny Wakeman in the list, so they can make that work. I already talked about Cindy. We could talk. How about we got 3 more characters? Anybody seen Doug? Y'all remember that? No one really talks about Doug, and he's the original Nickelodeon old show with around Hey Arnold, 90s Nick. They had Doug, Rugrats and stuff like that would come on. All that, the Amanda show. There's so many different characters. I would like to see Doug make an appearance. He could probably have that little superhero outfit as an alternate skin. See how they have all these different outfits? A different alternative skin with it. Similar to how Danny Phantom has different color hair. He could have some kind of superhero skin. He had the red cape. He had a red cape or some kind of headband on. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. But that would be cool to see. And somebody from Ninja Turtles. See how they got Leo and Michelangelo. I don't know if Donatello and Raphael will make their way into the game. But I picked somebody else outside of Shredder, even though he would be cool to be seen as well, because he's already one of the elite characters apparently. But what about Karai? She's an elite member of the Foot Clan for Ninja Turtles. If you guys remember her, let's get somebody else in here from Ninja Turtles. They got April. How about Karai And she was associated with Leo, or at least she was. I think she was trying to be, but I don't know. It seemed like she was rogue, she was the antagonist, but I think Leo changed her. Leonardo changed her in the TV show. So how about Karai? That'll be cool to see in the game if they do end up adding her. But I don't know if it's gonna happen. Karai, I mean, I think she's worth it. She'll be able to match Leonardo's little swordsman skills and stuff like that. Cool little showdown. But that's why I wish it had a story. But one more character I want to throw out there is Goku. I was gonna pick somebody else, but I don't know. Goku could end up being in the multiverses. I'm not sure if he'll even make it into this game. He'll probably most likely be in multiverses, but it'll be dope to see him in here. The Saiyan himself, Goku, being able to be into the game, being added into the game, and he can possibly go Super Saiyan. I would like to see that happen. And then maybe with some of his different skins, I mean, of course he'll have that regular, the orange suit that he has, but maybe he can have part of the shirt ripped, see, from the show before he goes Super Saiyan. That could be a potential alternative skin. When he went Super Saiyan on Frieza, that'll be cool. But I wish you could hear him power now. Ah! But that probably wouldn't exist in this game because there's no dialogue. And they don't talk or anything like that. That'll be cool. But he was the last character on my top 10. So just to rerun it, and just a potential stage for Goku, I would say Planet Namek. They can do that. Planet Namek, possibly, or they can go to the Earth. But Planet Namek would be a pretty cool stage to be added with the reveal and the DLC of Goku. An ideal sort of stage for him. But I don't know if they're going to really be able to add any of these characters I went through for today. But let's just run through it real quick. I said, for my top 10, Timmy Turner with Cosmo and Wanda all into one. El Tigre, Mr. Crocker, Jimmy Neutron, Rudy Tabootie from Chalkzone, Jimmy Wakeman, Cindy Vortex, somebody different, Doug, Karai, and Goku. So those are just some of my little top 10. But they can add so much more characters from these other shows as they want. They can even go back to Danny Phantom with the evil Danny, if they want to. The evil Danny Phantom, or Plasmias, Ember, who was playing the guitar, I think, in Danny Phantom. She was a flaming ghost, something like that. They can get more real monsters. But just like I said, I mentioned Casey yesterday when I was playing. Casey Jones from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe. It goes on and on. They can get Zuko, Azula, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, stuff like that. Who knows who's going to come out? I don't see them adding any more characters from the Rugrats, to be honest. I think Red Star is just going to be their own representative from that show. He can get some more colors, too. I hope to see more alternative skins, though, for some of these characters. Arnold. Can't leave him hanging. They can get Gerald. And what about those bullies from Hey Arnold? Add them into the game. Plankton. See, the list goes on and on with all potential characters that they can add. And outside of just the DLC, it needs more modes. Just because Garfield's coming out, we're just going to be limited. It's just even trying to go online. I just want to showcase this. But let me know you guys' top 10. I just want to show. There's not many people playing. We need the crossplay to be included. No lobbies are available. And you just got to hope that you can find someone on your particular platform. But that's my top 10 list. I hope to see more modes. Because these are just 3 modes. Stock time, sport. I didn't even try this. Maybe I'll just mess around with this and see how this is. And see, look, just go to click on it. They can expand this to have 2v2s and open up to 8 players. Just some ideas for more stuff for players to get into online. Because you see how you can't even pick the mode online that you want to play. What if you want to play sports online? I don't think you can play those. I'm not too sure if you can. But just open up the the doors for more modes for people to keep on playing and want to get on and play. More rewards and unlockables, challenges and whatnot. I'm sure they're going to add changes, but it's just so much more that's needed. But let me know you guys' top 10. Just going to really talk about it today and share. But it's just so many characters. I could have named so many characters, but it's just so difficult to squeeze in just 10 characters that you would like. But it's just so many cartoons and shows beyond the Nickelodeon universe that they can expand upon.